Hi, I'm Kirsty, and in this video I'll be presenting my idea for a short film. In a world where a mysterious incident has caused most of the population to vanish, one teenage girl is on a quest to find music. The title for my project is Mel, short for Melody, and the name of our main character. The main themes I want to explore in the film is humanity's love for culture and music, and how we use it to overcome certain emotions. I feel as though we would experience immense isolation if it were taken away from us, and through Mel, we can see the lengths someone will go to provide entertainment and music to their life if human company wasn't available. I was interested in creating a piece of film set in a post-apocalyptic world, without the main focus being the actual apocalypse. When you think of movies featured in this type of environment, deserts and barren wastelands or cities come to mind. And I noticed that some of the most popular movies contain a lot of action and themes of violence or immense threat. Whilst these movies are undeniably entertaining, I wanted to approach the genre in a different way and put my unique twist on it. One film that heavily inspired me was the 2015 Canadian film Turbo Kid. While still containing heavy themes of violence, the reason why I love this film so much is the lovable characters and the friendship that develops throughout. Despite my film only including one character and no dialogue, I still want to make her likeable and relatable with distinct personality traits. The film is also set on a small scale, with a setting that isn't overly elaborate or overblown, but evidently still post-apocalyptic. I was drawn to the film's attention to detail and how the main character, the kid, decorated his bunker and embraced colour in an otherwise grey world. The same with his friend Apple, and how she stays optimistic and excited despite the gruesome events happening around her. This idea of optimism and childlike happiness and curiosity is something that really appealed to me, and I want Mel to create that same feeling of hope when all else seems lost. I thought very carefully about the visuals in Mel. The colour scheme is quite earthy and organic, as its setting is the very rural greenery of South Yorkshire. The world would be presented as quite desaturated, but with certain richness in the sky and more vibrant colours that inhabit the environment Mel has created for herself. There would be lots of rich blues, greens and yellows to enhance the natural English setting I want to create. However, the main theme surrounding my film is music, or rather the lack of music in someone's life. In a world full of Hollywood movies which use sound and music in a maximised, bloated way, I'm interested in conveying a natural, organic sounding world. The following is a soundscape I created to showcase what the general audio concept for my film would be. The location for my film would be a small village named Hollow Meadows, situated in the rural parts of Sheffield. I have chosen this location due to it being only a half-hour bus ride from Sheffield City. The location is just rural enough to suit the English, rustic aesthetic I want, whilst being close enough to a big city, which makes travelling to and from the location easy for actors and crew. A frequent bus will also be helpful with carrying equipment to and from the location. I will require only one main actress and one extra, who will appear at the finale of my film. The small crew will be beneficial for reducing costs in terms of hiring large casts, and will create a lot less hassle in terms of reliability and organising travel costs for my actress, and the extra that will be appearing in the final 2 shots. My estimated budget for my film would be as such: £40 for second-hand costumes and props to suit the rugged nature and aesthetic, £50 travel costs for 3 days filming, and £160 for actor travel costs and payment. This comes to £250 in total. Being able to provide most of the main props myself, such as a tent and handmade musical items such as wind chimes, will minimise costs. My intended audience will be young adults aged 16 to 26. With our recent generation, we've experienced lots of cultural change within music, from tapes, CDs, to iPods and apps such as Spotify. Music has become so openly available to us due to the internet and our advanced technology. I believe Mel's audience will be young people who can't imagine life without music. Personally, my heart drops if I get onto a train and realise to my horror I've forgotten my earphones. Therefore, I think a young audience will relate to the struggle my main character will be going through, and the boredom she would be facing, making her all that more desperate to find music in a small, lonely world. I aim to showcase my film on platforms such as YouTube and Vimeo, as they are the most popular sites for showcasing short films to a wider audience. After researching the most accessible and suitable film festivals, I found many that I would consider entering, a few being Pennine Film Festival, Encounters based in Bristol, and the Short Cinema in Leicester. The main reason I believe my project is worth making is its relatability. Music, after all, plays a huge part of our culture. In the book, This Is Your Brain on Music, Daniel Levitin wrote, "Music is, and was, always part of the fabric of everyday life. Only relatively recently in our own culture, 500 years or so ago, did a distinction arise that cut society in two, forming separate classes of music performers and music listeners. Throughout most of the world, and for most of human history, music making was as natural an activity as breathing and walking, and everyone participated." Mel will be an engaging, visually and audibly stunning film, with a simple but effective story. The simplicity and subtle nature of its meaning will allow me to ensure its journey is explored in much depth and richness, producing a film that will leave its audience feeling uplifted and hopeful.